Yo boys and girls, it's your boy Divest here, back with another video for the channel. Hope you're enjoying all of the content. Please leave a like down below, subscribe. Any new face right there, welcome to the channel, welcome to the army we're creating around it, creating the movement around it. This video is going out to next season's Southend team. I know I haven't done a lot of Southend videos recently, but as you've seen on the channel, there's been some other things going on, a bit significant to me and the missus. Make sure you're checking them videos out as well, by the way, boys and girls. There is a lot of content in those and some little secrets. But no, today, boys and girls, we are doing potentially what is going to be the Southend starting 11 for next season. And just before we get into this, I'm going to point out there is an average age of this squad of 19.8 years old. That is like mental. It's going to be one of the youngest teams, not only in League Two, but in the whole of England combined. But no, boys and girls, let's get straight into this video straight away. Like I've said, leave comments down below if you disagree with any of this or if you think someone else could be in this video. But no, we're going to kick straight off. We're going for the basic 4-4-2. I feel the lower down the leagues you are, the more you have to go with simplicity in formation. So a 4-3-3, a 4-4-2, none of the 3 at the back, maybe a 5 at the back. But no, I think simplicity works really well in these lower leagues. You just got to get the right, I don't know how you can put it, the right behind the scenes action, learning like more ways to get in behind with the basic formation. But I feel like they're really good in the lower leagues. But we're going to start off with the goalkeeper here. It is going to be a controversial one. And no, it is not Mark Oxley. It is going to be Harry Seedon, the guy who has just signed a new contract with us. I think it's a 1-year extension. I understand completely he might not be too happy with, well, everyone might not be too happy with not being paid on time with their wages. But no, I am going to stick Seedon in the net over Oxley just because he's got that England under 16, under 17 experience, which I know Oxley doesn't have, like under 18 or whatever, like Scotland or English, like under 18s team. Just, I feel once you hit that national level, you learn a bit more. Like with Nathan Bishop, he was okay in it until his confidence started dropping, and then he got transferred off to Man United. So teams like that, or players like that, I feel have that little bit of advantage. Daniel Bentley, the famous Southend keeper, had that, and he turned out amazing. It's a bit of hit and miss, but again, I think Seedon is young, he's got a lot to learn with the game, and I feel in League Two he can thrive under that. He had a few games in League One, he did really well, really decent for a really young player. So I feel League Two is his time to shone through and just to continue that amazing form that he had before Mark Oxley came back from injury. Also, boys and girls, just before anyone starts getting confused over this, I am going to be leaving out certain players that have got transfer rumours or will have to sign a contract with the club, just in case it all goes the wrong way. This is the team of which I think if these players were to go, then yeah, they could take over quite well. So there's going to be no Stephen McLaughlin with his rumour of going to Mansfield with Graham Coghlan. There is also no John White and no Sam Barrett in there, just because, again, they've got contracts, they've not been signed or confirmed yet. So if they don't say, this is my team that I'm thinking, yes, next season we could see this lineup on the first day of the season. But no, as usual, boys, we've got to go into the right back here. Everyone loves this guy. You can't diss him in any way. It is, as I type him in here, Elvis Buono. If I can spell his name correct, that would be even better. Why Elvis Buono? Because he is almost certainly a fan favourite for Southend. He's not going to be overtaken in right back spot by anyone in this club. Fans love him. He scored his first goal in the 90th minute. I think it was against Lincoln. It is on my channel. I will clip something here, link something here, somewhere. But no, he is definitely not being replaced. He's also signed a 1-year contract extension, which is great for us personally. He is that player. He's been linked with Portsmouth, but he's not gone ahead. The deal, we were told by Chris Phillips over on Twitter, which, by the way, I am on Twitter, hit it up over there. He confirmed that there's been no offers for Elvis, which is almost a blessing in disguise. We might get him for one more season. If we can get back up, he might stay. You never know. It's just all about the persuasion game. But no, he is definitely a player we're going to be needing next season. Going into the next centre-back spot, we are going to be keeping, and I feel this is our main guy we should keep. It is our captain, Dieng. I know it says the wrong position there, but hey, I'm using just this cheap thing just to make a squad because it looks more cooler. But no, Timmy Dieng at the centre-back next to Buono. He was our captain for this last season just gone, and to be honest, I can't argue. He stood up to that captain's role so well. He almost thrived under it. Yeah, a couple of mistakes, but he controlled the team well. The results were picked up. Whenever the ball was around the back or in the midfield, you could hear him. Sorry guys, I've just eaten. That's why I'm sounding a bit But no, he controlled the game really well. He's got that experience as well. He's 28 years of age, I think it is. He's played with Bradford down in League Two. He's played in the French League. He's played for us for a couple of seasons. He's got the experience of the lower leagues of football. So I feel he could carry us through really well. And like I said, he took that captaincy really well. So I can't really argue with him. But next to him is a controversial decision. I know a lot of people will be against this, but I can't see us shifting him anytime soon. it is Harry Lennon. Why is that? Apart from him and the Dover situation, which if you're not a Southend fan and you're watching this, he was playing for us against Dover Athletic in the conference. We did actually lose. We were in a bad run of form, and we did lose to the conference side, which was Dover, who are 2 leagues below us. And yeah, afterwards he was caught out with the Dover players in a pub, having a drink and having a laugh, which did not settle well in the team's colours as well, which was really not a good set for the fans or the club. He did come back though and scored against Bolton at, I think it's not the Amex, I've forgotten what they're called, but their stadium. He did score away. I've got that on vlog as well. But no, he's a bit hit and miss. He's a big lump, which is what we really need at centre back. Just that big lump who can just get in people's faces, be up top in the box for the corners to come and just to get it on his head and put it in that net. That is something we need. I felt last season we didn't have that as much after he was injured. We had Mitchell Nelson as a centre back, which, don't get me wrong, he's a great centre back and I cannot diss him, but he's, like I've said, he's young. He needs that still step up. He's only just come from the youth team straight in to the League One side. It wasn't his season. I reckon next season he might break through, but I'd definitely be starting Harry Lennon. And I don't believe this guy is actually going to show up here. I can give it a quick search up here, and no, he does not. But anyway, it is going to be Tom Clifford. Do you want to know why, boys and girls? Because simply, he's amazing. You can't argue. He's just come in from the youth side, and what would you believe it? He's amazing already. He's great at free kicks. We cannot argue that. His free kicks, we've seen some of them narrowly miss or hit the bar, the post, or the goalkeepers had to pull out something real. He is a young protege, which I can see staying with this team for so long. I just feel he is that Southend guy. Like I said about Elvis, he signed that contract extension. He could be a Mr. Southend that we're after. He's been here for a while. He has recently signed a contract. I believe it's another year or 2. I'll have to double check that one. And I rarely see him make a mistake on the field. He's up and down the wing, almost like a Ben Coker Jr. He's been up and down. He could be left back. He can send in some brilliant crosses. His free kicks are amazing. I can't diss the bloke at all. He is amazing so far this season. I can make sure for next season he is going to be a standout player in that defence to complete the defence. You've got the quick fullbacks, you've got the big lump in Lennon up in the end, you've almost got the vocals of Dieng just on the defence, maybe a bit quicker than Lennon, and yeah, that's how I feel our defence should be looking to cover Seedon in the net. You've got the mix of experience, mix of youth. I feel it could work perfectly well as a defence. Moving on up into the midfield now, boys and girls. I did originally have a lineup for this midfield on this piece of paper down here, but no, it has been replaced by someone who, I put it on Twitter, this exact team, and someone has given me a better idea almost. So we are going to start out on the right-hand side, and we are going to start out here with, I hope he is in this team, I really do hope. It is he there? Yes, he is. It is Isaac Hutchinson. Again, another dodgy decision, you could argue. Reason why it's him, he is a creative player to an aspect. He can do a little bit of flair, a little bit of skills, but he is a bit sloppy. That's where I feel his game needs to be changed. He could be playing a ball through to someone. He could be making a run somewhere, sending in an early chip over the defence. But no, he sometimes overdoes it a bit too much, and then it just causes like a confusion in the defence. And well, not in the defence, sorry, in the attack, and it just makes it a bit of a mess. But we did reject a fee from him back in January from AFC Wimbledon. God, that ain't going down well. But no, we did reject a fee for him back in January from AFC Wimbledon. So there must have been a reason for that. He's not played much under Sol Campbell. Sol, I don't think, was the biggest fan of him, maybe because of his attitude, or he was too young, or he just wasn't good enough to cut. But no, he has played 30 times for the Blues. He has scored one of those goals on his debut. I believe it was just a peach of a goal. It was in 2018 or something like that. But no, definitely go check that goal out. But no, he is going to be my starting right mid because I feel he's better on the wing than as a cam. I don't know why in cam he's always a bit of a mess, you know, if you get it. And as I said that, I had an incoming phone call, so thank you. But no, Isaac Hutchinson is going to be my right mid. Moving into the centre now. This one I know is in here and I absolutely love him to bits. It is going to be, if he pops up, I can't say, it is Harry Phillips anyway, while I try and find him. Why Harry Phillips? Because he only came into the side earlier this season. There he was, come back. There he is. But no, he only came into the side this season, but he almost felt like that midfielder we were missing. We had Manton, we had Hyam, we had Milligan in there, but no, he I just felt stood out. That youth, he was almost just like a brick wall. He picked out amazing passes during that game. He was pinging them over the top, pinging them over there. It was against Lincoln, I believe, again, or Doncaster. They were definitely a team in red. But no, he did score on his debut, I believe, against I think it was Doncaster, because we lost 3-1 to them. He has recently also signed a 2-year contract with us, which is brilliant to see. He's been with the club since the age of 7. You'll find him in all these young photos of like young squads of Southend or just Southend Junior. I'll try and find the image and post it. But he has been here since the age of 7, and he's now in his 20s or 19 years old, something like that. He is a blue through and through. He could have gone anywhere else through the youth system. He could have been released, but we have kept him for so long. And I have to put him in for this season because this is a season where I can see a lot of breaking through happening for the club. Even though we can't sign anyone till September, we need to rely on this youth programme, and he is one which stood out. Like Elvis in his first season with us as number 42, Phillips was class, I felt, on his debut. He did unfortunately get injured in that game, but he got a standing ovation when he came off. And I've got to say, similar to Clifford, he has got some absolute top-drawing free kicks in his locker, and I'd love to see one of those two be putting them in the back of the net from some time. But no, moving on to another one. I don't know again if he's in it. As you can probably guess, they're probably all not going to be on it. No, he's not on it, and I don't blame it either. It is going to be Erin Canali. Reason for that is just similar to Phillips. He's been here for a while. He's come in to this season under I remember seeing him against Wimbledon when we went to Wimbledon and drew 1-1. Make sure you check out that vlog as well. And he looked a bit uncomfortable on the wing. He didn't really suit it too well. He was more like a central attacking midfielder. I'd have Phillips maybe as a CM and Canali as like an attacking one, just a bit higher up behind the strikers, just to be that little bit of trouble. But Canali, I felt towards the end of the season, unfortunately I couldn't make it. I think it was to the Bristol Rovers game, the last game we actually played at Roots Hall. But he did manage to have a game of his life, I believe. He did set up Egbury, I believe. He was a little chaotic player in the midfield. I could not argue with him. Unfortunately, I didn't see much of him, so I can't judge it. But there weren't many other options. There is obviously Lewis Gard, who did score on his return from his injury. I think it was at Oxford. He was definitely a tempting one, but he does unfortunately make the subs bench on this just because I haven't seen enough of him to judge him. But hey, I've seen a bit more of Canali, so we're going to throw Canali in there just for now. Again, I don't think this last person's going to be in it. I'm not even going to bother searching, but it is Terrell Egbury. Now, if you've watched my vlogs for a bit, you will know that I'm not his greatest fan. I think he's too small. He doesn't suit a winger's like kind of play. But, you know, he's magic. You can't argue with it. He's that little magician. The fans have even got a chant for him. I can't argue. He's scored 1 goal in 6 appearances for the pro side, and I can't really argue. If he's scoring goals, and it was in the final game against Bristol Rovers, he scored a header of all things, I think it was. He's only 5'2". What can you say? You can't argue with the logic. The smallest player on the field, and he is bloody amazing. I have to admit, I've never wanted to say he's a great player, but he's proven me wrong. So if you ever watch this, Terrell, you are proving all of us wrong. You are a great player out there. So keep at it and stick at it if you ever watch this, please. Just like the video, please. Moving into the strikers now, the two that everyone's looking forward to this season, and it is going to be a pretty obvious one. I did have a few rushed in there, like, maybe I should put him in there, maybe I shouldn't. But no, I'm going to start off with the first striker, which is going to be an obvious one, because I know he's going to hopefully be here next season. It is the United States player, Charlie Kelman. Reason why, he has scored 6 goals in 28 appearances for the pro side, of which 5 came this season, which did make him, I think it was actually, he made him the top goal scorer for Southend this season. And yeah, he is just a bloody youngster like Terrell Egbury, who is just really good on the field. He'll have his off days, but everyone has that in the game of football. But I remember him scoring from halfway against Plymouth. That also is on a vlog. Make sure you check that out. I'll forget my words now. But no. And then I saw him at MK Dons score just a sitter of a goal, but still, that kicked him off. And he's always chasing the ball down. If the other team pass it back to the keeper, normally the whole team would regroup, maybe just mark their players up. But no, he's the one that chases down the goalkeeper, rushes him a bit to almost make a mistake. And I've got to say, most of the time it does actually work. He catches the keeper off guard. The keeper might make a quick pass off somewhere, but he's making the keeper worried that he's going to get there. He is quite a quick guy. I think the pace on here does him quite harshly. If you can see in the top left, it's 74. He is bloody quick. Both of these strikers I'm going to put in are quite quick. But only thing maybe lets it know is his height is not very great in the air. But again, everyone has their flaws as a player. Him in the air is I think that, but no, with either of his feet, he can shoot brilliantly. When he's in that attacking mode, you can almost guarantee he's going to make that goalkeeper work. But he is definitely going to be one of them. And this is this final striker. And this one I know is in the game. This one we cannot argue with. He is definitely going to be in here. It is going to be, hopefully he is going to stay with us. Hopefully I've spent, yep, it is Stephen Humphreys. Now there is only one reason why he is in here. It could have been someone like Matt Rush, it could have been Aqua, it could have been Freddie Eastwood Jr. or Goodship, but no. Humphreys is definitely interesting. There's been rumours of him going to Sunderland. There was a rumour a while ago. There's rumours from Pompey, from big League One clubs that are looking for a big striker up front. But no, he has played 31 games for the club, scoring 10 goals, which ain't a bad record at all. But I do feel ever since that incident he had at Accrington Stanley, which once again, if you're not a Southend fan, he went to challenge the ball against Accrington Stanley and the keeper broke his nose by hitting him in the face. He did score the goal, but he did end up injured, broke his nose, and I don't think he's been the same after that. He used to be in the air constantly being a big bully to every defender. But I think since then he's slowed down a bit. I get it's cautiousness because of obviously what's happened. He's only a young bloke. It can stay with you for a while, what's happened. But no, I feel he's almost just not as, not possessive, but almost as imposing on defences as he used to be, which obviously, like I've said, it's a hard thing to forget. What if it happens again? Could it be much worse? But no, he's definitely one up for contention there. As I said, he scored 10 goals. He is a fan favourite. He is bloody quick for a big guy. He is really quick. He'll get round the fences really well. Like I said with Calvin, he can have his off days. Sometimes the fans are calling him lazy just for walking around the field and all that. But still, I can't argue. He has to go in there. He's a definite fan's favourite for sure, and I can see no one replacing him. But that is the starting 11 there, boys and girls. That is what I think we're going to carry out next season, and I hope it is right. I'm just going to list off the subs quickly, not in as much detail as these first players, but we're just going to go for it. Number 1 is going to be Mark Oxley, obviously, because you need the backup goalkeeper. I feel Seedon, like I said, will have more hunger to be in the team over Oxley, and Oxley's just injury prone. He did win 2 Player of the Seasons with us before signing, but I just feel he doesn't control the box well. He doesn't control the team or his defence, and he just doesn't know when to parry the ball out or to catch it. I know goalkeeping's a harder job than it looks, but no, I just feel he's not as controlling as he should be. Next one, Harry Crepiani. Under Phil Brown, he was a gem of a player. I remember when he scored against MK Dons, he was back then, he was going to be our future. And then, unfortunately, he got injured for a season. Came back this season in the game against Gillingham, which was the final game I got to see. And yeah, he was just a brilliant player. I couldn't argue with him. He'll make definitely, if Lennon or Dieng are injured or tired, he'll definitely be that player. He can also play left back if Clifford's injured. So I feel he's that player that'll be a good backup and a team and a sourceful player. Next up, Nathan Ralph. He needs to prove himself badly. Got injured early on in the season, dislocated shoulder, been out ever since. He's not going to be replacing Clifford or Egbury anytime soon, but if he needs to prove himself to the team, to the fans especially. We haven't seen enough of him. He could be much better than both of them, but like I said, time will tell with that. Next up, Jason Demetriou. The Cyprus international, played 123 games with them, scoring 14 goals. If you're wondering why I'm looking down here, it's because I've got the piece of paper. 51 apps for Cyprus alone, also 123 for the club with 14, and the Cyprus one is 51. I can't do my numbers correctly. But no, he is our main penalty taker after Simon Cox missed a few penalties for a while. We did replace it with him up there, and then it went to Kelman. But no, Demetriou's definitely, like I said with Cripiani, he's a good team player. I feel if any of the midfielders like Phillips, or who was the other one, Guard, or Canali, if any of them are tired or injured, he is a great player to be using. He's more defensive minded, can play at right back as well. So he is definitely a player who I can see being on a subs bench, coming on and influencing the game. Into the final 2 now, boys and girls. The final 2 players for this thing here, as my camera just went absolutely crazy there, it is going to be Matt Rush, the youth player. Only reason why I'm picking him over Aqua is because we've got a big lump in Humphreys. Do we really need 2? And Rush, he signed as an under 14, and for the youth team, he was a bloody monster. I think he scored 36 in one season for the youth team. I think it was 36 or maybe 30, around that mark, I believe. But no, like with all strikers in teams that are struggling a bit, he needs that confidence booster. If he can replicate that, what he's done in that youth team, I know it's as a pro player in a senior team, then he could easily be up there with one of the greatest strikers it could ever be. But no, like I said, he's had some great experience in the youth team. He signed as an under-14, and yeah, I can't argue with that. We don't have many other options here. And the final one, which everyone's been a bit hit and miss on again, is Brandon Goodship. Again, similar to Rush, he needs that confidence boosting. He has the ability to score goals really well. He scored against Portsmouth. At Weymouth, I've got it written down here, he got 83 appearances for Weymouth and he scored 75 goals. So nearly every game, apart from 8, he has scored a goal. It is mental to think we have a player like that who sat on our bench that can't replicate that. I know it's a higher league, but now that we've dropped to League 2, just one above the conference, I reckon, again, it could be a season for him to pick up on and just start it from scratch and go again and make himself just a player who could bag goals for fun. But no, boys and girls, that is the end of the video there. I'm going to wrap this up now before it gets too long because I've got a lot of editing to do. And I know I have been active on the channel lately. I do apologise for that. Just a lot going on with Minute, as with the baby situation. I'm working at my main job a lot more. I'm looking around for other jobs to suit this for YouTube because I want to do this as a full-time thing. And it requires something from you, boys and girls. Just one like, even a subscribe. Share it with your friends. Say that diversity bloke who goes to Southend or any team that you want me to. Just get it out there. I am coming back for vengeance on this next season. Next season is going to be the season we pick up on. We're going to make this channel great again. I feel without the vlogs we've been struggling a bit, and I can't apologise more for that. But no, boys and girls, we are going to make next season our season to be. We are going to be the #1 vlogging channel, and we're making it happen from the bottom again. But no, boys and girls, I'm wrapping this up here. My name's been Diversity, and it goes a little something like peace.